Connecting the world. Connecting the world. With music. DJ International Radio EU.
DJs International.
Yeah. Laugh Unit.
Laugh
Come
Unit.
on.
Exclusive mix.
I like the way you twerk it. Go ahead, little mommy, just work it. And when you drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. Go, girl. That's perfect.
Dance, 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 dance. Grab somebody by the hand and dance, 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 dance. Grab somebody by the hand and dance, 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 dance. Grab somebody by the hand. Dance, 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 dance. Grab somebody by the hand and I don't wanna dance. Suppose I don't wanna dance. I don't wanna dance. Suppose I don't wanna dance. I don't wanna dance. Suppose I don't wanna dance. I don't wanna dance. Suppose I don't wanna dance. Like how she do that. My man all mad like who that? She got hot and he do that. I'm talking about one dance, turn the romance. She's a victim of circumstance. She's a victim of circumstance.
It's a party in the club, put your hands up in the air. It's a party here tonight, put your hands up in the air. Put your drinks up in the air, put your hands up in the air. It's a party up in here, put your hands up in the air. Hey, pretty women everywhere, free drinks everywhere. It's a party right here, it's a party right here. Pretty women everywhere, free drinks everywhere. It's a party right here. It's a party right in here.
That's perfect.
Dance, 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 dance. Grab somebody by the hand and dance, 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 dance. Grab somebody by the hand and dance, dance, dance. Grab somebody by the hand. Dance, 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 dance. Grab somebody by the hand and I don't wanna dance. Suppose I don't wanna dance. I don't wanna dance. Suppose I don't wanna dance. I don't wanna dance. Suppose I don't wanna dance. I don't wanna dance. Suppose I don't wanna dance. I know you wanna dance.
Hey, Shaheem.
Hey, man.
So we got Byron Burke on the line too.
Hey, Shaheem, how you doing? Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. So here we are. We said we'd call you, and it's exactly on time, as close as it could be. How's that?
That's great. And I got two of the other units with me, Mark Mills and Icy Flirty.
Cool, man. Good stuff. So do I have their tracks already, or that we can play while we chat with them?
I think you got some of them.
Right. Well, do me a favor. Just email me whatever you think I should do, and I'll put some of the Laughing Unit stuff right behind this interview. Okay?
Hits. Club tracks. With the main DJs from the house and electronic scene. DJ International Radio EU.
It was done by myself, and I did it with an assortment of my buddies I came up with in the industry from North Carolina, as well as there's an additional two producers from New York that I work with. One of the producers' name is G-Pac, a.k.a. Icy Flirty. He's present now. And then there's another young man, his name is Q Stacks. And then you got, worked with Supreme Nobborn, Gav Beats, Beats by Laquan, 400 Stacks, and myself.
Cool.
And as far as the executive status in regards to the whole Laugh Unit, the chief executives is myself and Mark Mills, co-exec by Carol Williams.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
So that's the thing is executive producers are one thing and artists are another thing usually, but you got both tied up with what you're doing. How do you do that?
Well, I've been working in the industry for a long time, so I pretty much know almost every angle to it. So I really just put my expertise in what I know that I feel like I'm good at.
Yeah.
And, in regards to artistry, but I guess I was born to do the artistry. But production and development and all that I've been doing for the past 20 years, and we've had quite a bit of success.
Yeah.
What was your first piece of equipment that you used?
All right, so you want me to send it to you after the interview?
Yeah, after the interview. It's all good. So
we got a new record that's really starting to spread on a bunch of the mixtapes, so I want to make sure that's playing in the back.
Well, mixtape music, that's the stuff that's real to me.
Yeah.
What do you think, Byron?
Oh, yes, sir. Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
So
there's some stuff on Coast to Coast. They say it's one of the big ones.
And what kind of music would you call that?
We got this is just well in the last unit it's three. This is a collaboration of pop, R&B, and hip hop. It's three different genres of music.
Oh wow.
What we got generating on the mixtapes right now is hip hop.
Okay.
Cool. And is that? Tell us about the production behind that, and then let's meet the gents.
Well, the producer of the last unit actually he mixed majority of the last unit, and that final mixes. Those are the rough mixes that we're using as streamers. So, you know, enjoy the crowd and just listen to what we're doing.
Oh, cool. Can you hear us?
Yeah, everybody can hear you. We're all sitting here.
All right. Well, hey, everyone, how you doing, man? Let's join in the conversation here. Don't lay back. Don't be in the shadows here. We're talking about Lynn drum machines. We're talking about SB12s. We're talking about your careers, man. How you doing?
I'm all right. Good evening, brother.
Good evening. Yes. So hey, you know what? It's cool. We got two dialects here. We got Chicago and we got New York. Now, what part of New York are you guys from?
My best friend, and I couldn't imagine moving on without you by my side. So the door is open, girl, if you're down, we can take this ride. Come on, get it. It could be all about us. It could be all about us. L-O-V-E. I just wanna love you so much. L-O-V-E. It could be all about us. L-O-V-E. I just wanna love you so much. L-O-V-E. So much. I just wanna hold you, kiss you, caress you, baby. This is called for a celebration. Another year's coming, gonna still linger on. And who would have thought of us still as a match? We stay together, no strings attached. You know everything's real, mommy. No tricks up the sleeve, you gotta believe, mommy. Hey, and I believe in generosity. It's a part of love's philosophy. I just wanna love you so much. L-O-V-E. It could be all about us. L-O-V-E. I just wanna love you so much. L-O-V-E. I just wanna love you so much.
Mixes, hits, club tracks, with the main DJs from the house and electronic scene. DJ International Radio EU.
It's all the same thing, you know, we come close together, you know. A lot of Brooklyn and Queens, they grew up together, we grew up together. A lot of people who moved to Queens came from Brooklyn, so you can say the swag is similar, but they do have different swag. Like, Brooklyn has a different swag than Queens.
Right.
But when it comes to the lingo and the language, we speak the same.
Right. I love it. So what is the difference between the drum machines? What do you think about it?
I wouldn't say there's really much of a difference besides maybe a couple added features as far as how can I say as far as being more creative. You can be a little bit more creative on the machine, you know. It has a little bit more tricks.
Right.
A little more tricks to it. It's an overall good machine. To me, now it is a little bit better than the SP like the drum machine functions. You know, it's pretty cool.
Right. So I mean, really everything breaking down to that digital, the ones and twos on the digital, or the zeros and ones, I should say. You know, it all is the same language. It comes down to the samples that you use and the creativity behind it. That's what it really is. And you guys really do have a great sound. There's no question. I mean, I've heard a lot of music, and let's talk about that music. How did you guys? I know it's a creative process. Did you come up with the sound, or is this just part of the many sounds that you do?
Overall, you know, it's my boy and boss Shaheem Beloved. You know, he came up here with the whole idea, and he already had a sense of direction of where he was going with it, and we all came together collectively and basically looking towards the bigger picture together and working towards it. Mm-hmm. The sound itself evolved from G-Pack, who you're talking to, and his partner, that's Brooklyn, Q Stacks, and then it's me and the other producers I mentioned. Between those producers, we all collabed and we picked particular tracks, because between us we have hundreds of tracks, but we picked that sound because I told you, like last night I told you, we're looking for the head nod on our first blast off, so we look for those head nod tracks more than the bouncy tracks.
Right. And your music videos, what's your plan on that?
Well, right now, our thing is, we believe that, well, my concept, and I believe my partners is with me on it, that we want the music to make an impact before the visual, like how it was when we was younger. We were like, our objective is to push the music as far as it can without visual, so people can learn to appreciate the music again. And then we plan to do an entourage of videos to follow up, but we're going to let the momentum build with the music first. If you notice on all of the streamers we got that's running crazy on the internet, there's really no pictures of us. It's just, you know, different things that symbolize what the intent of the song was or what our movement is.
How'd you come up with that name, The Laughing Man?
Well, originally it was called Laughing because I'm from Lawton, Queens. It was Lawton's Finest. That's me and my partner, Mark Mills. We consider two of the best out of our area, but then as we evolved and it became a greater picture, and we all come from something great, I changed the name into Legends Are Forever. I told you last night, my grandfather's a legend in music. We all come from something legendary, or we're building to be legends. So we went with Legends Are Forever, the unit. Right. Bunch of legends unified.
Right. So talk about let's talk about your success. First of all, your success is based on real people, real numbers, not manipulations by charts, record companies, or whatever. But you guys are like all over the place, literally for real.
Actually, everything's been done independently, being how, you know, economically. The industry is very expensive right now because of the competition, so we took the strong arm way, and together we unified, and all of us got on computers and internet or whatever we could find at the moment and blasted off as crazy as possible, so we created this whirlwind, and now we're streaming all over the world, and we built a fan base all over Reverb Nation, MySpace, and everything, all over the world, and we have every state in America locked down except North Dakota right now, and that's our focus.
Right. Are you driving helicopters yet?
Nah, we don't want the helicopters to call. That's the third problem. But we're going to give them the culture the real way. Hip-hop is a culture. It's not the MC. The MC and rap, that plays a role in the culture. Hip-hop is fashion, music, talk, swag. It's a culture. Rapping is MCing. You feel me? So we're a piece of the culture. And we're trying to bring our part of the culture that we come from, the rap part, and make it back fruitful and bring the culture, because hip-hop started in the streets, in the urban community. And it was fun, and we talked about what was going on in the hood. We was conscious, so people enjoyed it, and they got some from it. Now everybody got houses and cars and all this crazy, because there's those suburban rappers. They need to go back to the valleys and the alleys with that. We out in the hood trying to express what's going on in the community. And that was really our way out, by letting people know what's going on.
You know, I saw Russell Simmons from Def Jam on TV, and they were doing a tour of his house, him and his wife and all that, and they were bragging about a golden toilet bowl that they have. I mean, that shows the level of success they have, which is, you know, God bless them for that. But it also, that stuff may trickle downhill to the values of the rappers, thinking that's a measure of success, how much gold they have. What do you think?
Well, to me, the measure of success is how long you last in the game. Like, when you talk about Russell Simmons, you talk about Queens again, you bring it back to the fruit. We were the first ones. Queens has the most successful artists in rap than anyone else in the world. And we were the first to take it to the market, which is Russell Simmons. So he earned his gold toilet bowl. And, you know, he put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get where he's at. And there's a lot of rappers do as well. A lot of them mishandle their money as they go because they came from the ghetto. And then once they get to a certain level, they forgot that they came from the ghetto.
Yeah.
So now they got the helicopters and cars.
Yeah.
But I got another unit member in here. I want to bring him into the lingo. His name is Mark Mills.
Mark
And
Mills.
Get out.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
How's the Windy City treating you right now?
Probably about 20 degrees colder than there in New York City.
I know it's hot out there, and that's a bucket of Harold's chicken.
Hey, Mark, yeah. So that's good, man. So musically, let's talk about Mark. How about your collaboration? You guys got to feel real great about your collaborations you're doing.
Yeah, our collaborations. Well, we pick certain individual artists for different records that we feel they'll be stronger on than other songs. You know, that's what we basically try to do. We know each other's strengths and stuff like that now lyrically, so we just decide who to pick on what song to do to which song. We just try to be in a whole different lane from everybody else right now. We don't want to be like, I don't knock nobody else's music because it's a market, and you know, hip hop it expanded and evolved. It turned into like more of a money machine.
Right.
You know, because you got a lot of rappers that say, you know, I did it from my heart. No, they didn't do it from their heart. The contract didn't precede the money now that those have. So they have to be, you know, to that part where they're not doing it for the love of it. It's not about that. It's a business. Now you know you could really make money off of it and take care of your family and do other projects and stuff and broaden off to other different
mixes, hits, club tracks with the main DJs from the house and electronic scene. DJ International Radio EU.
Hey, check this out. I just happen to have one song. I'm playing a little bit of radio. This is from her company, South Shore Orchestra. See if you remember this. See if you can hear it real quick. This is one of them tracks that everyone goes, you know. I played it for Marvin Gaye Jr. He flipped out. He said, I know exactly what this song is. You know what? Wait, you'll know who this is. She would know for sure. This is the guy who did the song, started Salsoul Records. That's what they.
You know, they just had a Salsoul reunion that we did this summer.
Oh, really?
It was huge, man. We did it in the city in the park. It was a free concert. It was huge.
Well, if you have any video, I'd like to see that. But this track here.
The video should be coming up soon, because right now the run is actually editing it.
See, that shows you how much we love Salsoul and Carol Williams. That's Joel Bataan. Clap your hands.
Yeah, man. Laugh, Judy.
Yep. So you got to send us your tracks. We'll play that behind this interview. And
we're going to send you. Actually, we're going to send you some of the songs that we mentioned, and make sure you have those songs.
Right.
A couple of the new songs, and then we did a song just for DJs International.
Let's put that on. Do me a favor, send that to us now, and I'm gonna cut this together. We'll get this up there. But let's keep in mind that next Sunday we're going to do a conference call regarding house music. We got we'll be putting calls out to some of the big rappers here in Chicago and who are going to join us. Hopefully we'll get Common on here and you bring who you want, and let's talk about the state of rap music, because rap music, like house music, like politics, nobody's going to change it for the better except us. That's how I feel.
I agree. How do you find him? You talk to him?
You know what? I talked to him about 2 years ago. I'll try and get him on the call. I don't know what he's into, but he's a legend.
Talk about it too.
What's that?
We probably need to reach out to Crucial Conflict, because they were the first out of Chicago.
I just talked to fellas, said they're going to be on there. Common may be on there too with us.
Great. Yeah.
So also, you know, I'm going to bring out one of the, now he is very conscious about this. Fred Hampton Jr., the chairman. Do you know him? He's an, I don't know if you call him an activist or what you call him, but he, like, you know, knows a lot of the rappers, and his dialogue is always about, you know, the highest values of rap music and where rap music is going wrong. So I think he'd be a good person to talk to. You know, yeah. So we'll do that. So send us your stuff right away, and we'll cut this up and we'll bring this out. And we'll carry this conversation.
I'm a hustler, that's what it is. You ain't gotta convince. If it make dollars, then it makes sense. From henceforth, if you a snitch, then we ain't made from the same cloth. I saw crack come and kill the game. Reveal names and sources. Break down empires, take down bosses. You don't wanna count the losses. Streets the beast, break it down, make you lost and found the deceased. Nobody fucking with the police. Cocoa leaf, black tar, even loud in the jaw. Nowadays, everybody is star. Talking house, helicopter, and car. While the feds still hurting, hood still hurting. Feds straight lurking, they waiting to pull a curtain. Shorty twerking, being bought and sold. Little mommy, she done lost her soul. Niggas lost their life in the bottle of the old gold. I stay having, stay grabbing. I'm a go-getter, 7-star spitter. Laugh unit, you just a piece of the litter.
We hustle, we change clothes, we change roles, switch names, politics and different games. No more struggle, we all muscle, hard to trust you. Laugh unit, we hustle. We hustle, we change clothes, we change roles, switch names, politics and different games. No more struggle, we all muscle, hard to trust you. Laugh unit, we hustle.
When chapter no laughter, homicide, the bomb rise, witness murdered in lawless lands. I was never horrified with it, never liked our city. They keep the feds, they killed my man, left his body in the back of Esdras. I never made it. A casket like war hero stories, kidnapped and tortured, or for the fame and glory behind the wall. Prisoners of war and State Greens, the Crystal Lake fiend. And I never played a lit scene. See so much I donate my eye vision to science before I'm born. Erase your existence like your alliance. Must be I mentally trained, never told or detained. Up north left for dead, Medicare. Never complain, controlling the yard, blowing on the H2O, no ice needed as I skate on flows. Keeps my A game, no Mayday. 60 from the AK, had Little Kim before Ray J. My pipeline is the essay.
We hustle, we change clothes, we change roles, switch names, politics and different games. No more struggle, we all muscle, hard to trust you. Laugh unit, we hustle. We hustle, we change clothes, we change roles, switch names, politics and different games.
Yeah.
No more struggle, we all muscle, hard to trust you. Laugh unit, we hustle.
We stalk tracks, count stacks, New York facts are made tougher. Like in the 90s and 2 upper. Guard bodies round the world, even Europe. Never slow motion, so I don't sip syrup. Niggas is jolly, lollipop on Molly, Derek and Dolly, Harry and Hills, happy like fairy tales. Live with regrets, always suspect, subject to the sacrifice. They better think twice. Niggas precise and don't got skills. You can act Shabba Levitt or act Mark Mills.
Never wanted a phantom, even the doors flip out. Shoot hammers to the clip out, leave face stripped out. Bragger boast, fuck a conflict. Read the contest, feeling like a missile plotting on who I should bomb next. Leave my presence, no essence. I told slight, stop careers quick to decapitate. The hands of ghost riders, hand threats, election band stacks. Never make amends, stay turned up like 2 block, the old HDM. Tested for greatness, read between lines subliminal. No rapper, MC, creative, mostly criminal.
We hustle, we change clothes, we change roles, switch names, politics and different games. No more struggle, we all muscle, hard to trust you. Laugh unit, we hustle. We hustle, we change clothes, we change roles, switch names, politics and different games. No more
Hi, this is DJ Derek Smoker Jones from Power Mix Group 1 Records and Entertainment. Make sure you check me out on Traxsource, Beatport, iTunes. Hey, baby, I'm everywhere. And I'm also on DJ International Radio EU. Check out my up-and-coming mixes.
DJ International Radio EU.
That's what it is now. But to us, it's just, we do it for the love. We have to just bring back some kind of identity back to New York. Because at one time, you know, New York just lost control. I don't know. I basically blame like 9/11. After 9/11 happened, New York, the music just changed. You know, that took a toll on New York, and the passing of a few great rappers from New York like Big Pun and Big L and all of them at that time.
Yeah.
That left like a void cap in New York. You know.
You know, I think you know, obviously 9/11 had a lot to do with a lot of stuff, but music has a tendency to me, what I've seen is it has a tendency to you know, if one city's hot, that everyone's going to gravitate to that city. You know, now it's Atlanta or whatever. Same thing in house music. I mean, you know, Chicago, London, Amsterdam, those cities each seem to take their turns, whether it's L.A. or you know, St. Louis or whatever. And you know, everyone runs their course, but the reality is the real spirit. You guys got the real spirit. I mean, you guys are neighborhood guys. It sounds like to me.
We grew up with the linoleum floors, the break dances, the radios on the corner, the boom boxes, the Kangos, the Gazelles, the spray painted trains. You know, yeah, when you plug in the system to the park from the light pole to an ice cream truck, that's what we grew up on. When everybody was rhyming, you know, it was a culture. We grew up on a culture. We wasn't graffiti writing, break dancing, DJing, or rapping, or just having knowledge of it. You wasn't part of it. You know, that's why it's a culture.
And the dress was a swag too, so how you dressed to play the role too. Because back then, if you dressed a certain way, we wouldn't even, a lot of guys wouldn't even acknowledge, or girls wouldn't even acknowledge you. It'd be like you're the only one standing there, so everybody got into this whole little dressing mode. That's why you see a lot of dudes nowadays, you know, where dressing has become the most important thing in their life. They buy more clothes and they buy cars and pay their bills.
Right.
You know, it's a part of the hip hop culture. The problem in the hip hop culture is mismanagement of finance. That's what's needed is they need to be educated on how to utilize the finance, because everybody goes through it, but unfortunately in hip hop it teaches you that, you know, reach for the world. That's very expensive, and they only tell you how to manage it. Just like Jay-Z said in regard to the athletes, they make $90 million, and 3-4 years later they broke. So to me, the most important thing that's missing in the business side of it is educating the artists on how to manage their money when they get it.
Yeah, that can be said on every different kind of music. House music for sure. I've seen a lot of house artists go through an immense amount of money, but I have to say this: hip hop has been so successful, so extraordinary.
Yeah, it's very lucrative. It's very lucrative. The money is there, but when you get it, see, it's like I feel a way about Jay-Z and certain artists that have succeeded to them heights, and they go and buy basketball teams instead of Marcy. And their whole cry was Marcy. You went and bought the Nets, but you didn't buy Marcy. So like, mismanagement, misdirection with the money. You from the ghetto, go in the ghetto, and hands-on make a difference.
Right.
So they do that and they write a check to a charity, I don't feel them.
You know what, can I say that? Honestly, I think that's all rooted in ethics. And when I say ethics, I'm not trying to talk and preach. I'm just trying to say that you know what, take care of the people where you come from. Take care of the highest values of that community, and
take care of your house first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But technically, it's not designed for that. You know that, right? Created for that.
What is it? What is it designed for? Tell us.
It's not designed for that. It's like, I don't know. I think when people just get where they're going in life, they just forget about where they come from. So they bask in that fruits and ambiance to that lifestyle.
They don't have to. It doesn't.
They have roaches in their cereal boxes and stuff like that.
Yeah, but then it doesn't have to be. That is the way it is, but it doesn't have to be that way. That's why I, you know, really come down on the side of ethics, saying, hey, wait a minute. If we just think about if we treat everyone like our family, like our mothers, our brothers, our sisters, or whoever we dearly love, the world will be a better place, and we would all advance better as a world. And it shows you that if you don't have that, you're left to the power of chaos.
I agree totally, but in a sense, because if we take it back to the root, which is the atom, there's a proton, neutron, and electron. So it's got to be positive and negative. It's a balance.
Yeah.
What it is, you got to have certain things to even know there's good or better things. So, yeah, there's got to be certain things that's not the same in order to create that balance. But what I think is the scale has tipped over to where negative has become the key, and the positive, the balance is off scale. So there's no balance to it. There's no more music like when we grew up. There was good music, gangster music, conscious music. There's no more conscious music. There's very rarely party music. All the music is based on killer, drugs, and sex.
Yep. And listen, they've been moving that to house music as well. That's never where house music was out, about the drugs and sex. I mean, sex it always sells, I guess, and there's always been.
It'll always be there.
Yeah,
but they made it made it the premiere now. This is the big movie now.
Yeah. But listen, I think that the fact that you and I and all of us are having this conversation and the awareness of this, that's the contribution I think that is going to rub off on people, whether they want to or not. I mean, this conversation is going to affect people in some way or add to the effect. Let me put it that way. I'm under no illusions about world peace and all that and brotherhood and all that, but I know that every positive thing we make in this world is going to affect it in one way or another, and it's going to affect it in a positive nature. And what you guys are doing, because of your real, because of what the premise on you're doing, it's going to be a positive effect. And I know that's not the primary concern with everything, but I think keeping it real and basing off of everything from the values of the common neighborhood and the real, I think that is a great effect. I really believe that.
Yeah, if you listen to the Lab Unit streamers and you key into the songs, there's certain songs where you can see that we're addressing current affairs. Like if you listen to the Thought song, that THOT, that's a big saying in the streets presently about girls that's all over the place, mismanaging their bodies. And we address that issue. Then we got Cop Killers, SOS, where we talk about the cops, killing the youth and making it a hard place out here.
Big thing. That's a great conversation.
We got streamers like that. Then we got streamers like we got songs like Trust Issues, where everybody in relationships are going through. The majority of the relationships is torn right now because of these trust issues. Nobody's trusting each other. That's lost. Then a lot of the R&B songs that we're bringing to the table now, we got more. We're going back into I Love You, and you're the best, and you're beautiful. We're not going into I'll sex you down and all that. We touching those topics, but we're doing that even a little discreet and with some takes, with some discretion to it.
Well, that's the thing is,
make people go back to quality music, fall back in love with each other.
See, that's the thing is no one's saying that we shouldn't be singing about our love, sex, or whatever. No one's saying that. But what everyone is saying, that this isn't about shooting people or about slandering people or about hurting people. This is about the spirit, and that's how I feel about it. And I know we all feel the same way in varying degrees about that. Byron?
Yeah, we understand that because the music is changing now, so we're just trying to bring back some kind of originality and substance to it. Because it's just like, basically the music industry, to me, is just like a big reality show. It's like negativity sells over positivity, but at the end, positivity always wins. And everything, there's nothing new done under the sun. Everything does a whole revolvement back. So right now, it's coming back to lyrics and basically messages of music.
Wisdom.
No.
You're saying wisdom.
Anybody could do the bounce around music with an easy chorus or whatever, but at the end, it's different. So when you're basically trying to do music like that and things, it's like for one thing to just take it for example. But when you have legendaries, like we have Carol Williams from the South Soul Orchestra with us right now and everything. You want to say hi to her?
Yeah, she's there, yeah.
Yeah, she is right here.
Carol.
Hi, doing?
Carol, it's great to hear your voice.
Hi, Rocky. How are you?
Good, dear. We're working on the remix. We're setting our studio up, and it's taken us some time, but we're really looking forward to that remix because first of all, your voice is such a classic. I know Byron, say a few words to Carol.
Hi, Carol. I can't wait to get my hands on this project. It's going to be beautiful.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure working with you.
Hey, Carol, did you ever work with 10 City?
Work with who?
10 City.
10 City.
House music.
You know, I know of them. I don't remember ever working with them,
Well,
but
you guys,
I definitely know who they are.
Yeah, you guys have got such a great sound. I mean, Byron, you can talk more about that, but I could say this honestly, and not that Byron wouldn't, but I'd say this independently and as an outside observer. 10 City was the biggest group ever out of house music in Chicago, and because they were based on soul music or soulful voice, and that's exactly what you have. I mean, from the Sal Soul days to what you're doing now, this new record you have,
Thank you. Listen, I'm having a ball doing this kind of music. I want to try everything.
Wow.
She's actually getting ready to go do a show right now. You can see her right now. She looks beautiful.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go do a show right now. I have a 5 o'clock show, but it's a pleasure talking to you. Work that song. Do what you have to do.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge, dear. We know that.
Okay, I'm going to put you back on with Mark and
All right, Carol Williams, Sal Soul Orchestra, and more. All right, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Carol.
All right. So, hey, Shaim.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great thing, man. It's great. I love to see. Listen, you can't help it. That's how hip hop got started. That's how house music. It's the immersion of all cultures and music together. That's why there's a spiritual connection with real hip hop and house music. I think because it is an immersion.
And then her band was the first urban and dance music to cross over and go pop. That's a legendary thing right there. So she's a legend in pop and dance. So
yeah,
forever.
Did Carol leave? Is she still there?
She has to go because the car's about to come get her. She has to back.
No, I was going to ask her if she remembers Earl Young because he played the drums for a lot of that Philly stuff. Matter of fact, because Earl Young, he played on our biggest single, "That's the Way Love Is." But he played all the drums and all that stuff with Philly. Earl Young.
Well, hopefully we'll get to talk again, and you guys can do just an interview on her. Once you guys get the mix ready.
Yeah.
We get her out there and let her come out to Chicago and do some stuff with you guys.
Yeah, well, we're doing a concert festival next summer here in Chicago for house music. She needs to be there because she's definitely an icon.
Absolutely, and we can just.
Hey, this is MCD. Be looking out for my new single on DJ Internationals on EU.com. Hey, Rocky, how you doing, man? It's big.
Did you tell your wife how good the song is?
Oh, yeah, man. She said she can't wait to hear it. I told her, I said, I love it.
Yeah, I'm vibing on it.
The best mixes. The #1 hits. DJ International Radio EU.